All right, well, let's get into the pussification of games. Apparently, this is a two-parter, so let's see if we can make it past part one.
Today, I want to talk about the great pussification of video games that has happened the past 20 years. Is it a soy-based diet doing this? Is it the rise of OnlyFans simping doing this? If you have recently had the thought, I wonder what new pumpkin-flavored items Trader Joe's has, be careful, my brother in Christ, you might be gay now. But if there's one thing that is straight as hell, it's the rock.
What is going on with the pumpkin spice stuff? When did that become like the biggest thing ever, every fall? To just be like, hey, like big pumpkin spice popcorn, pumpkin spice chicken. I don't understand it. Like the thing that gives me is, and the thing that blows me away the most is people that love pumpkin spice. They're like, oh, I love it. I mean, it doesn't taste like pumpkin, but I still love it. They're like, it's pumpkin spice. It's the spices you use to make pumpkin pie. You can literally go to the store and buy it year round. You don't have to wait until October to go get it. If you're having a craving for pumpkin spice, whatever, just go get it. Just go get pumpkin spice and then make your pumpkin spice steak, your pumpkin spice churro, your pumpkin spice latte, your pumpkin spice nachos, whatever you want. You can do it. The world is your oyster.
Solid video games of the 2000s. Your Gears of War, your Medals of Honor, your Chronicles of Riddicks.
Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay is one of the best video games ever made. I will stand by that forever. Nobody's ever played it, but it's one of the best games ever. It was a Valve game back before Steam was what it is today, and they were making banger game after banger game after banger game. And Chronicles of Riddick was a Escape from Butcher Bay was one of the best games I've ever played. Period. And I cannot find it anywhere to save my life. I'm not going to emulate it. I want to buy it, and I just cannot find it anywhere.
These games were masculine as hell, and we want them back, and we're boycotting video games until they come back. I recently saw this disappointing photo of Phil Spencer being pushed out of the photo by two domineering girl bosses who are probably unfulfilled because they're trying to succeed in the corporate world instead of having children at home like God designed them to. And don't you love Phil's
All right,
cute
that was a
little
bit much.
shirt like, hey guys, I'm still one of the bros, right? Look, like, we could still hang, right? Nah, Phil, you're trash. You got cucked, dude. You're useless. So I have found that there are still people out there who deny the simple fact that games have gone woke, homo, and gay in 2024. So in this video, I'm going to literally prove it to you using science. What we will do is read the back of the box description of 6 random games from 2024, and then we will read the back of the box descriptions of 6 random games from the 2000s. And if what I'm saying is true, we should notice a feminization.
Okay. So this is just 6 random games he picked from the 2000s. I noticed he didn't pick like Barbie, anything. I noticed he didn't pick an Animal Crossing game. I noticed he didn't pick any main Nintendo game. And then on the right, he just, like, I noticed he didn't pick the new Call of Duty. I noticed he didn't pick the new Battlefield. I noticed he didn't pick it, but he picked all that kind of stuff on the other side. Just saying.
A pussification, a gayification of video games that has happened the past 20 years. And before you bring up that video games don't have boxes anymore in 2024, calm your tits, you know what I mean. So to find 6 modern games, I didn't have to look very far. I literally just went to the front page of Xbox Game Pass and found these games. This is clearly what Phil and his team of homos actually expects us men to play. Here they are: Creatures of Ava, Dungeons of Hinterberg, Flintlock Siege of Dawn, Flock, Magical Delicacy, and Chia. Now you might say, oh Andrew, you're specifically picking out games aimed at children. No dude, I'm literally just going to the front page of Game Pass, and these are 6 games featured on the front page of Game Pass. Also, side note,
I saw under that, hang on. I saw right under that is, where's the other 2 If you're gonna pick the other two, you should have picked Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Far Cry 6. I mean, I'm just being honest. Why didn't you pick those? I feel like this is going to be a video of a guy being like, video games used to be for guys and only guys because that was the main people that were playing them. Now that everybody plays video games, they have to appeal to more people, and they shouldn't appeal to more people. They should only appeal to guys because guys are the people that play video games. Nobody else is supposed to play video games. Everybody else is supposed to be like at home with their feet up having babies or something. I don't know. We'll see. But like, I'm just a traditional guy as everybody else, but like, girls can play video games too, and they don't have to play Gears of War, or Call of Duty.
And these are 6 games featured on the front page of Game Pass. Also, side note, isn't it weird that these pedo developers are always making games aimed at kids? But that's a whole other thing I'm not going to...
What are you talking about? That's the what? That's the main, like, that's the reason you, what? Yeah, you're supposed to make video games aimed towards kids. Like, are you going to tell me that, like, I mean, you seem like you might be in your 20s. Are you telling me that when you were like 8 or 9, you were mad because like they made a Sonic video game, or they made a new Mario Brothers game, you know, or that like Mario Kart was one of the most successful selling video games of the last generation of consoles? You're like, oh, it's just because it's a kids game and they're creeps because they made a game for children. Shut up.
Get into right now. All right, so what games from the 2000s should we compare these with? These are 6 kind of random games that I just happened to pull off the shelf without thinking too much about it. They are Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, Ride to Hell Retribution, Modern Warfare 2, Dark Sector, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena.
So he picked 6 games that he had when he was in the early 2000s. He picked 6 games that him as a man had in the early 2000s. Do you not understand the confirmation bias going on?
You know. And again, all I'm going to do here is read the descriptions and we will compare. 2024, Creatures of Ava. Let your empathy guide you as you play an exciting action-adventure creature saver game. Understand and tame the creatures of Ava and let them lead you through a variety of ecosystems, all in the hopes of saving the planet from a life-consuming infection. I also found out that the 2 main characters...
Okay, like, the most popular video game franchise of all time is Pokemon. It seems like they're just trying to get a little bit of that Pokemon money.
Of this game are, of course, homosexual black women because, 2024. Let your empathy guide you? Like, what the hell? I don't play video games to let my empathy guide me in, ooh, I want to be gay and collect creatures. And
he's one of those guys that, like, it strikes me. I can't confirm or deny. Right now, he strikes me as one of those guys who's like, what are you having feelings right now? Why don't you change your tampon and quit feeling stuff? Like, he's the embodiment of that meme. It's like be a man, die alone. Like, he's the embodiment of that meme. And I don't know if he truly believes it or this is just some character he's playing, but if he does believe it, bro, I'm here to tell you, like, it's not going to work out for you in the long run. The women you want, you aren't going to get, and the women you're going to get, you aren't going to want.
Like, this game just sounds retarded, let's be honest. So now let's compare this with a game from 20 years ago. 2005, Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30. The back of the box says this: they would sacrifice everything except each other.
That's gay as fuck. Like, that sounds like what was on the back of, like, Brokeback Mountain.
Like, damn, dude, just grabs you by the balls. Like, that.
I mean, it sounded like they wanted to grab somebody by the balls.
That is the back of a box. I'm like, okay, I'm interested now. That is a dope intro for a back of the box. It goes on: the night before D-Day, 1944. The paratroopers of the 101st Airborne Division are dropped into Normandy and scattered behind enemy lines. As Sergeant Matt Baker, lead your squad through 8 harrowing days that will define history and unite you forever as brothers in arms. Like, bro, like the balls of these games description. I have to go play this game now. See, this is what's honestly missing from the 2024 homo trash. Like, nothing is good anymore. Nothing grabs us. This is why video games profits are down. And they completely quit catering to.
I don't know why he thinks video game profits are down. If he wants to prove it with science, video games are the number one media consumed on the planet. Like they beat out every other form of media in dollars by a vast margin. Hang on. Let's see real quick. Let me just look this up. How much money was spent on gaming in 2024? $58.7 billion. Okay, that was spent on movies. 8. Okay. Video games, 58.7 billion. Going to the movie theater, 8.75. And you're going to tell me that they're losing money? Shut the hell up. Get your facts straight, cracker.
Their base market of men. Next game, 2024 Dungeons of Hinterberg. Armed with a sword and a tourist guide, explore the beautiful alpine village of Hinterberg and uncover the magic hidden within its dungeons. Master magic, solve puzzles, slay monsters. All this and more awaits you in Hinterberg. Like, okay, I like swords, but based on the game, awaits you in Hinterberg. Like,
wait, hang on. So, the phrase, like, just because he was reading it like that, but I mean, just uncover the magic hidden within its dungeons, master magic, solve puzzles, slay monsters. All this and more awaits you in Hinterberg. How does that not sound masculine? How does that not sound badass? I think he just doesn't like the art style. And like the female main character, take it or leave it. I don't care. That's not a big deal. I don't care if there's a female main character or not. I just care if the game's fun. But to say that this phrase, uncover the magic hidden within the dungeons, master magic, solve puzzles, slay monsters, is like effeminate and gay, you're an idiot.
All this and more awaits you in Hinterberg. Like, okay, I like swords, but based on the game's art style, I know within the first 5 minutes, we're meeting somebody's non-binary boyfriend. Like, nah, dude, I'm good. Now compare this with the 2013 masterpiece, Ride to Hell Retribution. Back of the box says this: 2 fists, 2 wheels, no rules.
I know he did not use Ride to Hell Retribution as a reference. Anybody who's played that game is garbage. That game was garbage. Bottom of the barrel trash game. Like the only game I think that could have been worse than that for him to pick would have been like that 18-wheel racer game that didn't work. You know, that one where like you could literally accelerate infinitely if you drove backwards.
Now, it's a little cheesy, but I already know one thing. This game has balls, but it gets better. A lone rider.
Why does he refer to any game that's good as having balls and any game that's bad as being gay? I've noticed that. It's happened twice in a row now. I'm just pointing it out. Like I understand the idea of being like, oh, this has balls, but like say it once and then use a different descriptor for the next one.
Jake Conway, locked in a battle to the death against a ruthless gang of bikers called the Devil's Hand. Okay, and you got a hot chick on the back. Like, dude, I'm in. I want to play this game now. These 2024 games will be 3 sentences long and still can't grab my attention. And then with like one word, this 2013 game completely has me by the balls. Like, guys, it kind of makes me sad that America actually used to export like cool stuff to the world, and now it's just homo woke garbage that America is exporting. Like, I know you dudes in Europe know what I'm talking about. Like, America.
What about Space Marines? Well, I mean, is that the problem? Like, does every game have to be Gears of War, Space Marines, Call of Duty for this guy to be like, games are finally good again? Now nobody can play anything but the games I like. I like playing Grounded. I think it's a fun fucking game. I like puzzle games. I like survival games. I like world building sims. I like those games. It's fun to me. But if you're gonna sit here and be like, no, 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 first person, third person shooters, that's it. And if it's an RPG, it better be Skyrim or nothing, or GTA. That's it. Shut up, dude. Like you're this very one note, man.
America used to export, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, the Stallone movies, like all of the awesome stuff of the 80s and 90s. And look at like the homo trash garbage that America is exporting today. And it's such a shame. Next game, 2024 Flintlock Siege of Dawn. Step into the boots of Nor Van Anik, an elite member of the Coalition Army, joined by Inky, a mysterious fox-like companion, in their quest for vengeance against the gods. Guided by Inky, who shares his knowledge of the world with you, your combat skills and traversal abilities will be imbued with this magical powers, making you a duo to be reckoned with. Like, nah, dude, it just sounds gay. It sounds queer. Why is every game like this now? It's always some magical nonsense that never sounds cool. It's like none of these developers beta tested any of these ideas with normal guys.
Okay, maybe they did beta test it with guys, but then they also beta tested it with women and people under the age of 25. Like, people that didn't, mainline Jaeger at a party because they thought it made them look cool. It's like, come on now. Like, yeah. I mean, they must be doing something right. They make more money now than they've ever made before.
Guarantee you get a bunch of straight dudes in a room and they would tell you this idea was terrible. Oh, but the cherry on top, of course, is this. Black female lesbian girl boss as the main character.
Yes, black female lesbian. Like, I think the three words he hates the most: black, female, and lesbian. Like, did he play the game? Did he play the game? Because if he played the game and then was like, yeah, I didn't like it, it wasn't very good, that's one thing. But if you're like, I watched the trailer and I read I read the back of the box, that's enough for me to know it's a bad game. I don't need to play it and then I can tell you everything that it's about without, no, that's dumb.
Like, F off, dude. I'm not playing. I think it's a woman.
No, he's not playing
it.
it.
Might be a man. It might be a they, them. All right, jumping back to the 2000s. And I know this isn't fair to compare this game, but it just popped off my shelf. 2009 Modern Warfare 2. Back of the box says this. Modern Warfare 2 continues the gripping and heart-racing action as players face off against a new threat dedicated to bringing the world to the brink of collapse. Like, yes, dude, I want to know that new threat dedicated to bringing the world to the brink of collapse. Also, if you had played Call of Duty before this, you're kind of already invested, so it's a great tagline. 2024 game, Flock. Flock is a multiplayer co-op game about the joy of flight and collecting adorable flying creatures with your friends. Soar through beautiful landscapes, seeking out rare and elusive creatures to add to your flock. Like, dude, this shit is gay. Like,
no.
This is either designed for a 5-year-old,
yeah,
or it's designed for a 30-year-old gay man, or it's designed for a woman. But
so the game shouldn't make games for children, and they shouldn't make games for women. Because if you do that, you're obviously just making it for gay men. Like, what? I don't understand. Explain yourself, son. Like, you lost me. Like, that's dumb. You're dumb. This is dumb. You're dumb. I'm sorry.
None of those people are buying Xboxes. Like, Phil, You're retarded, and your company is going to go out of business if you keep this up. All right, jumping back to the 2000s, this is a good one. Dark Sector 2008. Become the ultimate weapon. The virus, the source of your pain. Your enemy, your power.
Sounds like he has AIDS.
Unleash the deadly power of the glaive and become the hero. Like, dude, that's the back of a box right there. Now I'm intrigued. Now I'm like, whoa, a virus? My power? What is the glaive? Like, what is this about? I want to become the ultimate weapon. Like, in the 2000s, games were made by straight dudes. And in 2020, games are made by mostly gay men and women. Like, it's that simple. Men, actual straight men, we want power. We want cool weapons. We want...
Or maybe games are made by everybody now because you don't have to be backed by a big company, or, to make a game. Anybody can make a game. What are you talking about? Back in the day, games were made by straight men. Nowadays, games are made by gay men and women. Is he hearing himself? Like, that's very sad like, granted, a lot of these games I wouldn't play, but you're going to basically take something that somebody tried, like, granted, I get it. Like, you want to do like Concord or something? Yes, that game, garbage game. Talk mad shit about it all you want. Played it, didn't like it. It's crap. But to be like, I've never played this game, and I'll never play this game because look at it. It's obviously if you play this game, you're gay. Like that makes no logical sense to me. Like, if you, it's like back in the day where it's like, oh, you wore a pink shirt, you're definitely gay. Like, no, maybe it just had a pink shirt. It got to the point where wearing pink shirts was popular. Like, you're an idiot. Like, that's dumb. You're dumb. Like I said.
Deadly powers and glaives and becoming the ultimate weapon. That sounds cool. But if you're a gay man or a woman or a child, none of which are people who actually play video games, then you...
Okay. Gay men play games. Gay men play video games. Women play video games. They don't play the same games you do. And children should not be playing that game to begin with. Okay? Like, there's probably an age rating on it where it says, like, they shouldn't be playing that game.
You want to collect adorable creatures. It really comes down to that. 2024, Magical Delicacy, and I've made fun of this game before, a wholesome pixel art platformer. Cook magical delicacies from a vast collection of ingredients in your own shop. Explore an unfamiliar town and deliver tasty treats to the townsfolk. Like, no, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, no straight guy has ever thought, I want to deliver tasty treats to the townsfolk. That is something women would do, but that is not something a straight guy would be like, ooh, I want to deliver tasty treats. Jumping back to a...
Okay, even if that was true. Let's just say that was true. Then women have said that, therefore that game would be fun for them to play. This guy strikes me as the guy who would, like, play SimCity, like SimCity 2000, and be like, I'm not putting any hospitals, because if you need to go to the hospital, you're gay. I'm not putting in any firemen, because firemen are gay. They make those gay calendars. I'm not going to put any police in the game, because if you put police, you obviously can't protect yourself, and that's gay. Shut up, dude.
Classic from the 2000s. Deus Ex
Great game.
Human Revolution 2011.
Great game.
The big text says, the truth will change you. Like, damn, son, what truth? I have to know. What is being hidden from me? It goes on.
What if the truth was that you were gay?
Critically injured after a deadly attack, Adam Jensen undergoes a life-saving operation, augmenting him with powerful cybernetics. Caught in the middle of a vast conspiracy, Adam's choices will affect both himself and all of humanity as he seeks answers across the globe. Like, dude, I am rock hard right now. Like, I want to play.
He's rock hard. Reading about a guy. Just saying.
Play this game. I don't want to play anything about collecting adorable creatures or delivering gay treats to people's houses. I want to play whatever Human Revolution is about. And it's funny because like I can't put my finger on exactly what made 2000s games so good, but it has something to do with men. We're dudes and we want games about dudes. And we want games about male transformation and identity and a man who is going through something, who is actually a man.
And if you aren't a man, you shouldn't be playing video games.
I can't really describe what made the 2000s games so good other than that they're focused exclusively on the male psyche.
No, just the ones you remember. Just what, like I don't think Luigi's Mansion was geared towards the male psyche. I don't think The Sims, one of the biggest, most popular gaming IPs in existence, was geared towards the male psyche. I don't think Tetris, one of the best-selling video games of all time, was geared towards the male psyche. I don't think Minecraft, the best-selling video game of all time, was geared towards the male psyche.
Because it was men playing the games. It's always been men playing the games. So as long as Sony and Xbox don't realize this obvious fact and keep designing games for 14-year-old girls, for women, and for gay men, I truly think Xbox is going to go out of business, and Sony will go out of business if they don't
Kane and Lynch was okay.
figure out who their audience is quickly. 2024 game, Chia, a tropical open-world adventure. Take control of any animal or object you can find and jam on your fully playable ukulele. Like, no, dude, this just sounds like some cozy garbage trash game. Like, if I wanted to...
Cozy games are one of the most popular genres of video games out right now. Get off your high horse, bud. He strikes me as the guy who is like that SpongeBob game, Battle for Bikini Bottom. You know, like one of the most popular games based off of a cartoon ever made. He's like, this game sucks. I mean, what is this, SpongeBob? What are these bright colors? This game's definitely for gays.
If I wanted to chill out and do nothing, I would just go do something besides play a video game. But when I play a video game, I want to have like an intense experience. I don't want to have some cozy trash experience. So my only thinking with
This strikes me as a guy who's like, he's never like worked hard in his life. You know, he's never had to deal with like really hard, tough decisions in his life. Because, you know, people who have to deal with like very, very stressful situations in life, very hard decisions in their career, the last thing they want to do when they get home is play a very stressful game. They usually like to unwind with a very chill, cozy game. You know, when you don't have to think too much about, when you don't have to worry about your decisions too much. You know, if you make a bad decision, you can always go back and fix it. Or they want to play Fortnite, you know. And if you're getting mad about the art of this game, you can't say anything positive about the artwork of Fortnite. Also, one of the most popular games in existence.
this is that Xbox seems to think that their target is gay men, 5-year-olds, and women. But the super obvious fact, as I've said it again and again, is that their audience is full of 30-year-old dudes. So, like, at this point, I just think Xbox is probably going to go bankrupt because they keep putting stuff like this out. All right, and let's look at the final game here that I found from the 2000s. And it is called The Chronicles of Riddick: Assault on Dark Athena. You already know this box is about to go hard. At the top, it says in big letters, there is power in darkness. See, like men, we want power. We're all about powers and domination and conquering. Understand your audience, guys. Below that, it says a dark, intense shooter set in an epic sci-fi world. Like, this is all things we want. We want darkness, we want intensity, we want shooting, and we want sci-fi. Riddick brings the darkness with stealth, action, and brutal melee combat. And then for the first time, play as Riddick in multiplayer on System Link or online. Below that, it says, be Riddick, the most ruthless criminal in the universe. In his latest chronicle, Riddick has been captured by the Dark Athena, a mercenary ship hell-bent on eliminating him once and for all. Using his intense hand-to-hand combat skills, explosive firepower, and lethal stealth, Riddick must shut down the maniacal Captain Ravos and her deadly crew when Riddick steps into the darkness. No one is safe. Like, dude, don't you want to play that game? Darkness?
Yes, I want to play that game, but not because the back. I want to play that game just because the first one was really good. I noticed that a lot of the games he picked were either sequels to a game or games that were so good that they got sequels.
Power, prison. Um, these describe the kind of games that straight men want to play, and it's sad to see the video game industry completely bottoming out and completely dying right now because they're chasing audiences that don't exist. Gay men don't play your games. Kids don't play Xboxes. Women don't play Xboxes. Phil Spencer and PlayStation and all these companies need to wake up and freaking realize that straight dudes are playing these games and they need to be making games for us. So developers, if you are listening, give us manly games. Give us power.
Who did they make Black Myth Wukong for? Who did they make the Dark Souls series for? A series that was so popular that it got its own genre of games based around it. You know, who do they make Souls-like games for? Just because they make games now for everybody doesn't mean they don't still make games for straight middle-aged people. And I'm sorry you're lashing out because you're getting older and all your dreams haven't come true yet. But that's okay. One day, your dreams will come true. And you'll meet that special someone that'll make you feel the way you want to be treated, make you feel the way you want to feel. And I'm sure he will hate gay people just as much as you do.
Give us darkness. Give us violence. Give us brawny buff dudes who beat the crap out of people with our sick powers. And if y'all do this, if y'all quit being pussies, if y'all quit pussifying the game industry and actually give us manly games, we will buy games again. But the video game industry, the video game economy is going to keep crashing until y'all give people what they want. It's so simple. I'm out of here.